Namaste Dosto. So today we are replacing the voltage regulator on our issue 1 ZX81. She's a green mass PCB 1980 issue 1 and she's 1K. She's working fine. With her having the older ULA, there is no back port, so that's another thing we'll be addressing. We're currently removing this voltage regulator and heatsink, and we're going to replace them with a modern switching regulator. In this instance, we're using the Traco. So we're going to remove the heatsink and we're going to cut the legs of the voltage regulator so that when we replace with the Traco regulator, we will use the legs to solder to. Instead of soldering direct to the PCB, then we'll have the same orientation for the replacement. These are the legs we're going to cut, as I said, to maintain the same orientation with the new switching regulator. Could have done with some smaller snips, but these do the job. So, there we have the old regulator out. I'll put it back with its heatsink with the nut and bolt. There's nothing wrong with it. If anybody wants it, let me know, you can have it. Probably just send a stamped addressed envelope, that'd probably cover it. But let me know in the comments, as this project develops, if any of the spare leftovers are any use to anybody, just let me know. I'll gladly let you have them. So, old regulator out. You would have to extend the legs if you wanted to put it back in a ZX81, obviously. So we'll tidy up these legs a little bit, get them ready for soldering onto. Of course, the fun bit now is seeing if the new regulator will fit in place of the old one as designed. And that looks pretty close. I still need to jiggy the legs around a little bit, but only a couple of mil maybe. That should be a nice job. A little bit of a tweak here and there, that should cover it. Also, it seems I need to give the legs on the new regulator a little bit of a bend as well. Get everything as close as I can. It makes a lot easier job when I come to soldering it in place. So the legs of the new regulator were frustratingly close to the old ones, but just enough to need tweaking around. So it's time we got busy with the soldering iron. I use solder with a flux core purely for convenience because it happened to come with the soldering iron that I got. A little bit of tinning here and there helps the job along. And it's time to sit the new regulator in place and then fix her in with the soldering iron. Sitting pretty. Here we go. A little dab more solder, just to make sure. And we're done. She's not the greatest job in the world possibly, but she'll do for me.